Hello, my name's Dave Suckling and you're watching another episode of Fresh Off the Press English. Today we're talking about the Brexit. British Prime Minister Theresa May secured a cabinet agreement. Sunday, 8th of July 2018. This comes from Reuters.com. The news is about the British Prime Minister Theresa May coming to an agreement with the rest of her government about how the UK is going to exit Europe. Secured. Secured. If you secure something, it means you get it. You get it. You wanted it and now you've got it. You've secured it. It's yours. You've secured it. To secure something is to make sure it's yours, to get something. Cabinet. Now the cabinet is the Prime Minister Theresa May's government. It's just another word meaning the government. The people who make the choices for us in the government is the cabinet. Overcoming rifts among her ministers to win support for a business-friendly proposal aimed at spurring stalled Brexit talks. Overcoming. Overcoming. If you overcome something, it means you had this difficulty and then you get over it. You have gone past it. You have conquered the difficulty. You have beat the difficulty. You have overcome your problem. Overcome. Rifts. Rifts. Now a rift is a gap between two places, a gap. So obviously in this context we're talking about what these people think and what these people think. There's a large gap between, a large difference. There's a rift between people. They have disagreements. So when she says overcoming rifts, it means that they have got over the separation, the gap between different people's opinions about what they should do. It's a success. Rifts. Proposal. Proposal. A proposal is a suggestion of what you think should happen, what you think someone or somebody should do. You make a proposal, you say, I think you should do this. I propose you should do this. This is my proposal. I think you should do this. A proposal. Spurring. Spurring. Now, literally, a spur is the thing is on your shoe to hit a horse, to make it run faster. You have a thing on your shoe which you use to hit the horse to make the horse run faster. But in English we use the phrase spurring on to mean to push forwards, to encourage people to move forwards, to keep going with whatever they are doing. So here we're spurring talks, we're encouraging people to continue to talk to each other, adding energy to the talks. We are spurring on the talks. Spurring. Stalled. Stalled. Now if something is stalled, it means it's stopped. Stalled. It's stopped. Brexit talks. Now of course the Brexit is the British exit from Europe. The UK deciding it wants to leave the governance, the control of the European government, wants to take back more independence for itself. The Brexit. May seemed to have persuaded the most vocal Brexit campaigners in the cabinet to back her plan to press for a free trade area for goods with the EU and maintain close ties. Persuaded. Persuaded. If you persuade somebody of something, it means I want you to do this, you don't agree, but I persuade you. I make you agree. I tell you something and it makes you change your mind. I persuade you. You were persuaded by my reason or my idea. Persuaded. Vocal. Vocal. Vocal, of course, means speaking, but in this situation, vocal means people who speak a lot, the loudest, we'll say, the most outspoken people. Vocal. People who speak a lot about something. They are vocal about something. Campaigners. Campaigners. Now, a campaigner is somebody who has a belief, has a desire in their heart to change something about the world, and they act upon it. They try and make a change in the world. They try and change things. They are campaigners. They campaign for something. They do things. They make effort to try and change the world. They are campaigners. Ties. Now, of course, tie something up. Yeah. In this situation, close ties means connection, relationships, continuing to have a good relationship with Europe. Close ties. Your ties are your connections, your relationships, your ties. May could be accused of cherry-picking the best bits of the EU by Brussels officials who are determined to send a strong signal to other countries not to follow Britain out of the door. Cherry-picking. Cherry-picking. If you are cherry-picking, it means you are picking the best parts, selecting small bits of something, because cherries are small. If you're cherry picking, it means you're picking, you're choosing, you're pointing out small pieces of something. Cherry picking. Not talking about the whole thing, just picking out the bits that you like or you want to point out or talk about. Cherry picking. Strong signal. To send a strong signal is a clear message, or a showing that we are strong, letting people know that we are strong, sending a clear message to people. There's no doubt, it's a strong signal. This is what we want. I'm letting you know very clearly. I'm sending you a strong signal. But for both sides of the Brexit debate, the hardline Eurosceptics and the staunch EU supporters, the agreed negotiating position was not enough. Hard line. Hard line. Now, often in life we talk about the bottom line, or we draw a line in the sand, meaning this is the point that we will not go across. This is my opinion. This is the line at the edge of my opinion, and I'm not going to change my opinion. I'm not going to go across to the other side. So we can talk about hard line believers, people who have a very hard line, and they will not cross that line. That line will not move for them. They are hard line supporters, hard line believers. They have a hard line of their opinion or their belief, and they will not move that line. Their opinion cannot change. Eurosceptics. Eurosceptics. Now, this word, skeptic, to be a skeptic is to not believe in something. And so we take the two words, Europe and skeptic, we put it together, we make Eurosceptics. People who don't believe in Europe. People who think Europe is not a good idea. Eurosceptics. People who are afraid of Europe in many ways. Don't believe in Europe. Eurosceptics. Staunch. Staunch. Now again, similar to hardline, staunch means somebody who doesn't change their belief. I have a staunch belief. You could say stubborn. Stubborn EU supporters. Staunch EU supporters. Staunch, people who don't change their mind. They have a very, you could say, hard line about their beliefs. They are staunch believers. They're not easily persuaded to change their mind. They are staunch believers. Thank you for watching this episode of Fresh Off the Press English. I hope I can see you tomorrow for another episode of news from around the world. You have a good day. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.